KD
That beat is fire. That beat is fire.
KD
That beat is fire.
Y'all ready to get in character? Are y'all ready to get in character? Are y'all ready to get? Did you hear what I?
Did you hear what I said?
Couldn't ask for a better trade. You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't ask for nothing better.
Perfect.
Are we ready to get in character, ladies and gentlemen?
Dom the Monko.
Voch, what you say? Voch, what?
Voch is actually like one of the most entertaining people I watch.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
You know you like to get wet though.
City boy! I just got out of jail and I ain't going back. I ain't going back.
It's false.
Beats Planet.
Man. Shouts out to all the essential workers at the Blue Flame, you know? Can't do it without them. Shouts out to everybody tuned in right now, you know? Everybody tuned into the Cowboys break. I think I'm, you know, like a regular now, you know what I'm saying? I was on the official Cowboys Twitter page or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
Dom the Monko.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And you say you about to double team who?
Hey, Bachi.
We're just doing a little work today. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy here. Just doing a little bit of work today. Got the rounds on just for y'all because we just got some stuff to talk about. Got to wipe the Prezi one time. Make sure, you know, everybody can, you know what I'm saying? Got a smooth little cab in the tumbler, you know? You know what I mean? Like you got to swirl it around to aerate it, you know what I'm saying? That's what they call it, let the oxygen get in there, and then you smell it. And you take a little sip, you know what I'm saying? on the job type shit, you know? I just didn't think Ski Mask Voch had to come back so fast. I didn't know. We back. Appreciate y'all for being here, man. We just gonna chop it up a little bit today. It ain't nothing we don't know how to do. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna sit in here and do our thing as a family, as a collective. You know. We got some things to go over today. There's a lot of news that's going around in Cowboy land. You know, like a lot of topics that's going around in Cowboy land. We only gonna talk about one today. You know? Only one's worth talking about for real, for real. I appreciate y'all for understanding. Going into the draft. Going into the NFL draft, you know what I mean? You know, I feel like Cowboy Nation was kind of all over the place with how they felt about the roster. And they not wrong, you know. It's okay to feel a way about the roster, especially when your front office is notorious for leaving you in the dark. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It happens sometimes, so we have to react accordingly. And I think a lot of that ill feeling came from the idea that maybe, you know, people just thought we weren't going to be ready for the season, you know. Looking at the old roster, you know what I'm saying? And I have to talk about the 20-day-old, right? Yeah, y'all remember that roster from 20 days ago? You know, that roster from 20 days ago just didn't inspire a whole bunch of faith in the fan base. It is what it is. We ain't doing nothing now. Going into the draft, the Cowboys had this big three that we was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? We was thinking about corner, or like Kelvin Joseph would say, Kona.
Did you hear what I said?
Corner, running back, and wide receiver. That was your big three. Man, you walked out that draft with a offensive lineman, a pass rusher. You did address corner, and you did address running back. And I think I'm a little more positive than a lot of our brothers and sisters in Cowboy Nation. Is sister in the word? Because I was about to say brethren and sister. Is sister in the word? My brethren and sisterin. I'm a little more positive than them. You know, I would see some people say, they'll be like, well, how many wins you think the Cowboys will get? This is post-draft. Even pre-draft, right? We'll see some people say, oh, well, the Cowboys, I see them being a 9-win team. Well, I just got a little more faith in Rain Dakota Prescott than that. That's okay. I got a little more faith in 4. I got a little more faith in 4. And I feel like this team is good enough to win 7 games with Cooper Rush. You can't just be like, oh, well, Dak's going to play the whole season and he's only going to get 9 wins. No. That ain't how this works. But a lot of people was on the train of 9 wins. You have a pretty good draft. I'll give you that one. The draft hit you perfectly. And it was one thing I kept saying from people. And I don't want to get carried away here because I'm people.
Did you hear what I said?
We was like, man, I'm looking at the free agent market. And it's 2 old men receivers out there. Wide receiver 2 types. And you would hear people, you would hear people start to vouch, not me, but vouch for how good the Cowboys would be if they had an old man wide receiver 2. And I'm talking about Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like we're a 10-win team with old man Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen running interference at wide receiver 2. And you should listen how we was talking about it. Like, man, Amari Cooper as the number 2 receiver up in here, man. He get to beat up on cornerback number 2s. He get to run free. CeeDee Lamb get to run around over there. You know what I'm saying? Take the doubles away. If Amari Cooper getting real hot, maybe they'll take a double to the other side to free up Jake Ferguson or something. That's how we was talking about Amari Cooper. 10-win team. George got to give you 13. As I sip my smooth cab out the tumbler, George got to give you 13, right? Because everything I just said about Amari Cooper, rolling the coverage, cornerback 2, man, Amari Cooper had to be a wide receiver 1 at his last 2 destinations, man. The same with Keenan Allen. Imagine if they come up with Pickens. I mean, think about it. Think about it. I know it's cool to be pessimistic in Cowboy land. I know it's cool to walk around like the sky's falling. But you gotta admit, this some shit, ain't it? You gotta admit, you can't be like the Cowboys are a 9-win team without Cooper, and they're a 10-win team with Cooper. You can't then lie to me and be like, well, maybe they're an 11-win team with George Pickens. I'd be damned. You can't. You can't. Especially when you go through the processes, right? I'm not going to say the process that Voch been talking about, right? Because I don't even want to give myself all that much. I hate patting me on the back. I can't stand. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, if you don't get a wide receiver in the first round, and this is what happened too. If you don't get a wide receiver at 12, I don't even want to think about one in day 2 and 3. And the Cowboys moved just like that, didn't they? They got a wide receiver in day 4. They got 2 wide receivers. And it's crazy because I was perfectly ready to come in here and talk about the undrafted kids. I'll be damned. No, George Pickens. I was ready. I was ready to give Josh Kelly his due today. I was about to break down these undrafted kids and give them some shine. I'll be damned. We're going to shine our light on number 14 today. Marquise Bell going to have to understand. We about to shine our light on 14 today. Marquise Bell is simply going to have to understand. I don't think we were ever that bad of a team, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we got gangsters, Pro Bowl, all pros at different levels throughout the offense and defense. Pardon me. It was always the complementary pieces that we were worried about. It was always the complementary pieces we'd have to worry about. Yeah, we got a wide receiver 1, a quarterback, tight end 1. And it was going to be cool to be like, hey, man, wide receiver 2 going to be straight up in here. You bring in a wide receiver 2, they'll probably win the job, but let Tolbert and Mingo compete with wide receiver 2 about it. And then them 2 compete for wide receiver 3 about it. And then the loser of that going to a triple threat match with Flournoy and Jalen Brooks. And let them compete about it. I thought that's what the plan was. I was like, man, Amari Cooper finna come up here and compete with Jonathan Mingo. He gonna beat Mingo. But Cooper a little older. At least they competing. Wide receiver 2 ain't even on the depth chart no more. Because it's wide receiver 1A and it's wide receiver 1B. Finish the button, Voch. Now, Jonathan Mingo and Jalen Tolbert sitting around like, this don't look like McDonald's, and that's how it's supposed to look. They sitting around talking about this don't look like no McDonald's, and that's how it's supposed to look. Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo was about to get a free ride to the first team. And I wasn't for it. Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo was about to get a free ride. All they had to do was fight each other. All they had to do was fight each other. You ever seen them game shows, man? You ever seen them game shows where it be two people at the end and they fighting for $1 million and they say, hey man, look, no matter what, bro, how about I get 500 and you get the 500, no matter who win, we both walk away with something. That's what Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo was. Hey, we gonna be playing 11 personnel regardless, bro. Whoever wins wide receiver 2 is cool because we get to stay on the field and be wide receiver 3 anyway. Mingo and Tolbert was about to walk into this thing. James Jones was on TV today and called that boy Ringo. I say Ringo. That's the motherfucker that did a Pulp Fiction and Sam Jackson pointing the gun. I'm trying Ringo. Hey, who the hell is Ringo? See, I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. You understand? I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. You understand? They walked in together. They was about to walk out together. Now, Jonathan Mingo takes that spot, and one of them got to lose, and now they got something to fight for. We talking today. They got something to fight for now. 11 personnel can't hold 5 receivers. You know what I'm talking about? Turpin's job is safe, but he playing wide receiver just because he plays kick return, and a kick returner got to play something. I mean, look, Devin Hester was a corner before he was a receiver. The kids didn't even know that. Devin Hester was a corner prior to him being a receiver. That was true. That was true. Them boys got to fight for something now. Them boys got something to fight for now. They just can't walk in. They can't walk into camp comfortably. And if anything, Brian Schottenheimer said this. He said, hey, man, we're going to create this culture of competition. I mean, Pickens ain't got nobody to compete with, but damn Mingo and goddamn Tolbert do. Automatically, off the rip, they got to fight for their life now. And one of them is going to be wide receiver 3, and the other going to have to sit down somewhere. Now we got something to talk about in camp, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got something to talk about in camp, ladies and gentlemen. Because look, if you guarantee a spot to Mingo and Tolbert, you basically guarantee a spot to whoever win between Jalen Brooks and Flournoy. Man, I don't know what
You hear what I said?
I don't know what life looked like for none of them. I don't know what life looked like for none of them kids right now. Because we've just brought fight to the party. Man, I'm glad y'all walk around confident. I'm glad y'all. Hey, look. Y'all better be on y'all best behavior. Y'all better start finding flaws. All right, so George Pickens don't run routes good. Let me go run some routes real fast. Oh, George Pickens. Oh, okay. Well, he a character guy. Let me be early for this meeting then. Y'all better start. Y'all better find y'all way around here. Y'all better find y'all way around here. Sometimes the talent is too good for competition. It is what it is. Sometimes the talent is too good for competition. It is what it is. If it's 2 things undefeated in football, I played football for a while. Coached it for a little bit. If it's anything about football that just can't be defeated, it's talent and seniority. If you that much better than me, it just is what it is. If you that much better than me, it just is what it is. And we in this world where we were getting ready, we were prepared to walk into a season with Jonathan Mingo as wide receiver 2. Now Jonathan Mingo got to watch his back. He got to study that playbook a little bit more. He got to block a little harder. And he was already a good blocker, so now Jalen Tolbert got to block harder than that. God forbid either one of them line up both sides. You can't commit no penalties because it just is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm sick of the days where we fighting for our guys, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Maybe as an old Cowboy fan, like back in the day, my Cowboy fandom, you can lead me in that direction. I'm sick of being in that direction, bro. Voch, what you mean by that? Man, I'm ready to see what Jalen Brooks got this year. Jalen Brooks. I want to see Jalen Brooks come in and take somebody's job. Man, I'm over that, bro. Let's get dudes in here. Let's go play some ball, bro. That's cool when you trying to be better than an 8-18. Like, that's really fine if you're trying to be better than just some 8-8 squad, being excited about your 5th wide receiver. I'm trying to make who I thought was my 3rd wide receiver, my 5th wide receiver, which is Tolbert. That's what I'm trying to do. Hey, I'm just working today, bro. I couldn't do this on the break, dog. I couldn't do this on the break. I'm telling y'all how I feel, man. I'm telling y'all how I feel, bro, man. I'm sick of that underdog story shit, man. I'm tired of that, man. No, underdog story. I saw y'all a couple weeks ago. Hey, man, I'm rooting for Trayshawn Holden. Man, with all due respect, bro. All right. I've seen Dennis Houston line up at the X week 1 before. Man, I ain't trying to do that, bro. On everything. On Captain. I ain't trying to do that no more. On Bravo, I ain't trying to do that no more. Bring some dudes up in here. And I ain't even done because I'll bring Amari Cooper up in here. I'll bring Amari Cooper right up in here and let him move around the formation. Voch, ain't that Madden? Voch, ain't that greedy? Voch, ain't that fantasy football? That's what the Eagles do. Boy, the Eagles will draft a wide receiver in the 1st round. They'll trade a 1st round pick to go get somebody else wide receiver in the 1st round. They'll trade a 3rd round pick to get somebody else 1st round wide receiver. They'll call Julio Jones just to see what he talking about. Don't nobody say that shit to them. I don't fool with them, but we need to be like them. I don't fool with them, boy, but we need to treat bro. Julio Jones was their 4th receiver. It is what it is. It is what it is. Jonathan Mingo, I'm trying to push you off a bridge. It's gonna make you better. Trust me. It sounds like I'm hating on you. It's gonna make you better in the long run. It's gonna make you make some plays. You about to make some plays, sir. Andy Jones was a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Andy Jones was one of them guys that'll go out there and go crazy in camp, but at least your roster was good enough to where he never made the team. Dog, we was looking at Jalen Brooks making. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Let me take a sip of my smooth little cab out the tumbler real quick. Let me do a little Google search real fast. Blank, blank, blank is Cavante Turpin. Okay. Blank, blank, blank is Brandon Cooks. Chat, let me know where y'all think I'm going with this. Okay, cool. Got you. That's there. Okay. Turpin 5'9" and Brandon Cooks 5'10", bro. And those was your deep ball guys. You know what I'm talking about? Those were your deep ball guys. You feel what I'm saying? George Pickens 6'3" with an 83-inch wingspan, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You feel what I'm saying? And look, I remember Dak used to miss deep by a little bit. Within arm's reach. He'd just miss by a little bit. And we'll go, damn, boy. Dak ain't accurate, man. Dak ain't accurate, boy. He need to hit 5'9" Cavante Turpin on that 9 route. And look, to be fair, Dak probably should. Hit 5'9" Cavante Turpin. He should hit 5'10" Brandon Cooks on the 9 ball. He probably should. Pickens just ain't he just not gonna miss them, bro. T.Y. Hilton, you know what I'm saying? We finally got some size on the outside. Finally. Like Michael Gallup was Dak's best deep ball guy, was his best jump ball guy. Size and ball tracking ability wise. Dog, George Pickens is twice the wide receiver that Michael Gallup is. And I ain't BSing right now. Michael Gallup, I never was on this train that Michael Gallup was a true one. Okay, I'm lying.
No,
I'm lying.
not this time. We created it.
Gallup had a good ass year, boy, and I was like, all right, Gallup a 1. But for the most part, Gallup been a 2. Talent wise, as far as your label talent goes, George Pickens is a bona fide 1. Man, I was listening to 105.3 The Fan. They had some Steelers dude that was mad as hell, looking salty. Some cat that sound like he ain't like George Pickens because George ain't want to answer his question or some goofy shit like that. He was like, well, George Pickens ain't a wide receiver 1. I think he's a wide receiver 2. And I'll tell you what. Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent that worked for Odyssey that was on 105.3 The Fan this morning. Sounds good. I feel what you're saying if you think that George Pickens is a wide receiver 2. This is the problem with you thinking George Pickens is a wide receiver 2. And Chad, I know I've been hitting my war call button all day, but some shit just got to be said. This is why George Pickens is a wide receiver 1 and not a wide receiver 2. AJ Terrell. Pat Surtain. DJ Reed. All the Ravens kids. Sauce Gardner. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all feel where I'm coming from with this? You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm talking about when I start talking? You know what I'm saying? Chat, y'all feel me? Like, Michael Gallup say, right? If Michael Gallup was the only wide receiver on my roster, right? Because to be fair, George Pickens was the best wide receiver on his. If Michael Gallup was the number 1 wide receiver on our roster, he gets locked down by those guys. Pickens was beating the hell out these cornerback 1s, these Pro Bowl cornerback 1s. Chat, you mean to tell me a corner that's talented enough to whoop, a receiver that's talented enough to whoop another team's number 1 corner? Get to come play with CD Lamb? Niggas all crazy. I think he better than Ted McMillan, dog. I feel what y'all saying. I think he's better than I think he's a more explosive Ted McMillan. Ted might be an inch taller. His wingspan might be a little higher or whatever. But if you look at George Pickens and his ability to track the football downfield, locate, jump over somebody, snatch and grab, man, he's better. I think he's better than what McMillan projects to be, if that makes sense. I think you have a bona fide dude, man. He helps everybody. I've talked about how he helps Dak. You finally get a deep ball guy. By time Dak was throwing the football properly, Dez was an old man. When Dak first got here, Dak wasn't the passer that he is now. But Dez was still Dez. But then Dak became the passer. All those guys was gone and old. Dak's finally a passer now that can use a big body target. And you know who his big body jump ball guys are? Jalen Brooks, Ryan Flournoy. You understand what I'm saying? Now the answer is George Pickens. George Pickens helps Dak. George Pickens helps CeeDee Lamb. Go ahead and roll that coverage over that player. Because what you're not going to do is double CeeDee Lamb and put George Pickens just one-on-one with somebody's son. You can double Pickens if you like, but now you got CeeDee Lamb schemed open to go one-on-one with somebody's son. You can't just man up on us unless you got the firepower to do it. So then you're going to play like some weird-ass zone, but like that's where Dak get busy for real. Tyler Booker's a dude. Don't let this run game get crazy. Pickens is your he could be both really. Your field or your boundary receiver. He can play on the slot too, but your field or your boundary receiver, you might want to keep your safeties high into the outside. All of a sudden the Jake Ferguson seam ball just pops back up.
Salute.
What are we doing? And it's some Cowboy fans that want to be miserable so bad, they talking about a contract next year. I'm like, dog. You a Cowboy fan so miserable, you worried about the contract next year? We ain't even had camp yet, bro. Oxnard about to be lit. I'm going to try to find my way up in there. Dog, Oxnard about to be so lit. The season about to be so lit. You worried about some damn. Man, let Jared and them and Pacifica and them worry about the contract next year. What y'all talking about? What are you doing? Enjoy what's about to happen, motherfuckers. You crazy? Acting like it's their money. Man, come on, cuz. Man, look, dog, like, let them worry about the money. Y'all play Madden too much. Y'all play franchise mode too much. Well, Voch, how are we going to recoup our pick? Man, don't worry about that, man. We here for the season. Football fans, ain't we here for the season? Ain't we here for the game? Ain't we here for the game? Y'all motherfuckers don't buy season tickets to the off season. Y'all motherfucking season ticket holders to free agency and shit. Did you hear me?
Did you hear what I said?
Season ticket holders. Just left Green Bay. You already worried about the draft in DC. Man, just slow down, bro. We got a player that's a gangster in football terms on your team right now, and you worried about the possibility that he won't be. What is going? You don't want to be a general manager that bad, bro. What's up from Germany? So why the cop? What's happening? That's how to say what's up in German. What's happening? So why the cop? Bro, don't worry about that. Don't worry about no damn. Well, Voch, you think the Cowboys they're gonna get a comp pick from this? Yo, dog, don't worry about. Dog, you already worry about George Pickens making money with his next team, dog. Like, come on, bro, for real. Enjoy what you got, man. Let me make sure I hit all my talking points. Let me make sure. Talked about Ferguson for sure. We went over all these corners. Yeah, yes. We talked about the depth chart. Yeah, Flournoy getting cut or some shit. Like Jalen Brooks probably. Yeah. This is a whole new administration, dog. Shotty don't owe Jalen Brooks nothing. We talked about the run game. Yeah. Pickens, yeah. Bro, let me tell you something when I was watching Pickens' film. And y'all can watch the film session that I put up. It's in reverse, but the NFL Illuminati trip. Y'all notice on my film session, all those passes was like terrible placement. Like the ball was placed in a terrible place. It was either too far behind them. It was too high. It was about to hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? It was too far outside, you know what I mean? The ball should have been thrown at the pylon. It was thrown at George Pickens. And y'all notice he adjusted and caught everything? Y'all notice that? George Pickens adjusted and caught everything. Ain't nobody on your roster able to do that, catch bad passes like that. I want to talk about this culture thing. Because all them bad passes make my ass act a fool too. All them bad passes made me act a fool too. A couple people on Twitter already, they was early with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it. They're like, hey man, you know, we talk about building this culture. Let me grab my 7, y'all. We trying to build this culture. Why would he bring in a guy like George Pickens? And my overall point was, you don't bring in a bunch of leaders to lead other leaders. Man, you build culture and leadership so you can make those guys the majority. You want the leadership to be the majority so that you can put your hand on the divas. Because if you got 26 leaders and 3 divas, that's a fantastic ratio. Just put your hands on the diva like, hey, bro, we need you. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if George Pickens is wide receiver 1 for you, or if he's driving the ship, we in some deep doo-doo at that point. We in some deep doo-doo. If George Pickens got the keys to the car, we in deep shit. Pickens got a wide receiver ahead of him that he's friends with. He's friends with CeeDee Lamb. You got a leader in Dak Prescott, which is all you need there. And you got a coach in Brian Schottenheimer that he's okaying all this shit. He's okaying all this shit. I'll take him. Please, I'll take him. You say George Pickens? Hell yeah, please, I'll take him. Dak got him. 88 got him. Even if Jerry Jones got to hire security to walk around with this kid, he got him. I don't want Cowboy fans to get misunderstood when they hear people on national media, because sometimes national media speaks without context. George Pickens ain't a problem guy like that. As long as he ain't hitting no women, robbing banks, gun under the seat guy, well, he's Texas, so he'll probably be fine. I don't keep mine under my seat, but you know, just like if he ain't trying to traffic drugs across the border, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no weird stuff going on the massage table and things like that. You don't have to worry about George Pickens off the field. He got weed guy. It ain't no problem. You ain't got to worry about George Pickens off the field. He may be character guy on the field. He may be character guy in press conferences, but on the field, man, come on, dog. He ain't got no stains on his name like that. Because some of y'all would have traded for Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill got stains on his name like that. This is a slam dunk, dog. Slam dunk, bro. I don't think it get no slam dunkier than that. Honestly. This man had Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, old ass Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields throwing him the ball. I'd have had an attitude too, bro. I'd have got an attitude too, bro. Andrew, chill out, man. We just working, dog. We just working. I'd have been mad too. Moving forward, let me just say this, and then we're gonna get to the phone. Moving forward, what would I like to do now that you got wide receiver 2 here? Now let me tell you what's so dope by having wide receiver 2 now, right? I heard it was somebody talking about something. Dog, we so straight at wide receiver 2 now. They've moved their focus to left tackle now. I seen people talk about Guyton today. I saw like 2, 3, like Brian was one of them. I saw 2 other people talk about Tyler Guyton. I said, what, for real? We not only, hold on, Chad, look at the music go. not only did we address wide receiver 2, but we addressed the shit out of it to such a degree that people worry about offensive line now. People worry about offensive line now. We've addressed this shit to such a degree. I don't think the Cowboys are that far away from being contenders. I know there's a lot of people that's gonna, they're gonna try to hold you. They're gonna try to hold you a little bit like, Voch, we not contenders for real, man. And look, I see what James Slater talking about. I don't believe that shit neither. I don't believe that. I don't believe in that shit neither. Because we don't know who's getting fed lies up in here. We don't know who getting fed lies up in here. We don't know what they got in store. We don't know what the business is with these people. You know what business we know like the back of our hand?
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. A chance to warp back in time to change your fate. Back to before you made the wrong choice. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frankel & Frankel. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frankel first.
Let me tell you what I know about the Frankels. Let me tell you what I know about the Frankels. Shouts out to Frankel & Frankel, man. The leading personal injury lawyers in the DFW. They are serving you locally. They from here. And they love y'all to pieces. They've been doing this for 30 years. They got all the experience in the world. They used to work for the insurance companies. They found out how much the insurance companies be lying. So they started their own practice to fight some of the bad practices of the insurance people. Tap into the Frankels. You ain't got to pay nothing until they win you some money. Go to frankelfirm.com and scroll down to the bottom. And you can see how much money that they've won. 214-333-3333. If you've been hit by a truck or a negligent driver, don't even call your insurance company first because they ain't going to do nothing but lie. Call the Frankels and they'll instruct you on how to moving forward. Shouts out to the Frankels. 214 or 817, however you feel. As long as you end it with 333-3333. I gotta go to the Frankel & Frankel company dinners now. I got suits now. I got stuff to wear to go to the Frankel & Frankel company dinner where all the money at. Chat. I think this big business for the Cowboys, man. I think this big business for the Cowboys. I still want to make a big 3, dog. I still don't want to lean on Mingo and Tobin in that way. I still don't. Go bring in Amari Cooper. Let Cooper rotate between the Z and the slot. Let Lamb move everywhere and let Pickens rotate between the X and the Z. Let Ferguson do what the hell he want to do. And bro, let's just go. This is something serious, bro. This is something serious. And we should treat it as such. Somebody said, hey man, Jerry Jones back this old ways with these big trades, man. Nah, Jerry Jones would have gave up 2 firsts to go get him. Am I lying? But like I said, this is more than just about Dak. More than about CD and even the run game. I mean, you try to double somebody, you try to shift safeties around somewhere to try to, get some help up in there. It's simply not gonna work. But I was talking to my guy John Owning about this, in my phone. I was talking to John Owning about this, and we was talking about how much this would help if everything goes properly. If everything goes properly, and assuming Brian Schottenheimer ain't got these kids running the field and turning around. Assuming Brian Schottenheimer ain't got these kids just running up field and turning around. Assuming that's not the case. I think this offense is finally about to score points in a hurry. If this offense scores points in a hurry, imagine what that does for your defense. Because in real life, your defense don't want to play run defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not built to do a whole bunch of run defense. Now, Eberflus is here, and I do think you would be a little better of a run team than you previously were. Just by scheme-wise or whatever, Eberflus is just better at those things. But what you want to do is you want to get up real early. You want to put them points up. And while the other team trying to run the football because that's what your alleged weakness is, we just going to be efficiently putting points on the board. And if we go up by 14 or something, Micah Parsons, Dante Fowler, Donovan Ezeraku, Sam Williams, Oso Digizua, later on in the season, DeMarvin Overshawn. And y'all forgot about Demo, bro.
Salute.
Y'all forgot about Demo, bro. Marshawn Kneeland he'll get whatever he get. If Marshawn Kneeland get 4 sacks, I'm like, hey, that's a good day. That's a good day. Endgame gonna be stupid this year. Gerard, Endgame gonna be stupid this year, bro. I'm telling you. But you can only get those guys on the field playing Endgame and getting picks too, by the way. Because we get picks too when we leading in that way because they're gonna be throwing the ball more. They gotta put points on the board. They put points on the board. It ain't nothing for us to talk about. Chat, I'm going to apologize in advance. Well, not to y'all, but it's 20 people on the phone. I'm going to get to as many of y'all as possible. I got Bleacher Report at 6. I need you to understand. I'm going to get all y'all in here. I just need y'all to be nice to your fellow hanging around on the phone person. You know what I'm saying? Any other day, I'll let y'all, kind of chit-chat all day. But we got to get out of here at 6. So it's 4:55 now. Y'all got an hour, all right? All right. Let me take one more sip. Clock game? I don't know. Maybe I'll get 4-5 people in here. Then we can run some clock game or something. Y'all ain't ready for clock game. I sipped this damn Cabernet too fast. This Cabernet Sauvignon. I sipped this joint too fast. But it's all right. Let's run it. MJ, what's happening? MJ, what's happening? It's all right. We'll come back to MJ. Ain't no problem. We'll come back to MJ. He over there asleep. Mike from New Orleans. What's up?
Yo, what up, Voch?
What's good
I had
with
to
you?
call again, man, after I spoke with you yesterday about us not having a team full of choir boys.
Yeah. Big news,
Can
man.
you hear me all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. Big news, brother. Please talk to me.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited about that pick. I feel like everything's gonna work out pretty well with that, leading on. So like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I got partners with Stone. He's sad as hell right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, they might be, man, but they the Super Bowl champions, bro. So everything that we doing is to mirror and match them. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. But say big man, and also congratulations on the great Derek Evenson from my hometown across the Texas, man. So I know you're a good guy, man, good family, man. So I know you're gonna do well.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Good call. We got yes, sir. We got 1,900 people in here watching live. I guess I'll say. I think I'm gonna be a regular on the break. For this football season, we're gonna do Wednesdays the rest of the way, and it'll be every day during the season at 11 Central. So if y'all want to come through and support me, I appreciate y'all. I mean, y'all gonna be watch. I mean, I appreciate y'all, but interesting moves going on. Let's see if we can get MJ back. MJ. Okay, we're gonna cut MJ back off again. We'll just come back another time. Daryl from Fort Worth, not Dallas. What up, Daryl?
Hold on, bro. Hey.
What's good, player?
How you? It's all good. How you doing?
All good, all good. What you got for the show?
Hey, it's been a minute because the Cowboys had me depressed for about a year or so. But I'm happy today.
Sound good.
Because I wanted him. I wanted Pickens in the first round of the draft when he was being drafted anyway. Because I just believed in him as a player.
Yeah.
And back then, I felt like we needed a wide receiver even then. But I think that's the Tyler draft when he got drafted. Am I right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because I just feel like you could get a guard tackle in the second round. But I didn't think Pickens would be. Or we could trade up to get him. So I'm excited today. I'm happy about it. Yeah. And what I say to the doubters to trust in Dak. Because he got the leadership skills, the masters in leadership, and then we're gonna get Pickens and the fellas in the Dak yard, and we're gonna bond and we're gonna practice and we're gonna be ready. Yeah. So my thing is the Cowboys need to consider they have really like a 2-3 year window to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I'm like, mortgage the future. Supposed to have $100 million in the cap space next year, man. Let's go. Yeah. Let's load up and do it.
Yeah, why not? So, appreciate you, Daryl. Good call. Yeah. I like what Daryl's saying too, man. Look, we traded a third, and in 2027, a 5 and a 7th round pick. Hey, man, we still got some 5s and 6s. You can give all them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at who we got now, like Jay Toia and King and King Tommy King of Basote. Man, I don't know what them. Man, look, I'd rather trade them 5, 6, and 7s to bring somebody up in here that's gonna play and do something, contribute. You know what I'm saying? Go get some mo. Go make some mo trades. Kidding me? Let's get Los on the phone. What up, Los?
Yo, good afternoon, Voch. I'm not gonna take much of your time, man. 2 minutes and I'm out of here, man.
Appreciate you, Los.
So real quick. Trades can happen any time of the year. Some absolutely more shocking than others. However, that shows me, the fans, and how you move, the GM, and how much you want it or how stupid you are.
Yeah.
And with your permission, Voch, I'll make this 1 minute or 1 minute and a half,
Please.
And I'll be quick with it. I promise. I'll tie it back in with the Cowboys and Pickens. All right?
Please, go ahead.
Rangers, 2023. Traded for players, won the World Series. Even now, Chris Young, the GM, he ain't playing around. He's out here firing coaches and out here firing the players that ain't contributing. See ya. Mavericks, when they used to be great, traded for players, made a run with Luke and Kyrie, made the finals. The rest, we all know, destroyed that franchise February 2nd. It is what it is. The Stars, Jim Neal, GM, has put his money where his mouth is, drafted great players and talent. And I know you're not a hockey guy, Voch, but a player he traded for this year, mega superstar Miko, gave it to his former team to eliminate them Game 7.
I know Miko.
It's like fictionally not signing Dak, him joining the Eagles, and him eliminating the Cowboys. Yeah. That's what he did. Yeah. And guess what? They did that without the 2 best scorer defender. My point is, doesn't matter what sport, and we'll stick to the NFL. Yeah. Your trades and signings will say everything about you. We saw the Eagles go after the AJs, the Barkleys, the Slays of the world. And what were the Jones doing? Nothing to help your defense, especially help Dak. That point was clear when you have Stephen Jones. Well, he has to work well with less because of the pie. That tells you everything. However, now seems to change. I don't know if Shotty put something in that water, but whatever he did, it's working. We just have to acknowledge that this is a rare risk for the Cowboys and thank the football gods that they put some smart in there. You know what? When you're risking a 3rd, a 5th, and a 7th, especially how the Cowboys move, to a 1-year rental, you don't know if you're going to sign him, but he's a dog on the field, that means, hey, the Jones woke up. Jones are woke. That's all I got to go, Voch. Peace.
Fantastic call, Lo. Look, I think they re-sign him. I think they're going to let this year play out, and I think they want to.
The conference has been locked.
I think they're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to evaluate over time, get a feel, get a vibe. And you know what I'm saying? Just kind of take it slow. But the Cowboys treat 3rd round picks like they 1st round picks. I don't see them giving up a 3rd round pick and not thinking about having Pickens around. I just think that they really want to see how Pickens work in the locker room, how he works around Lamb, how he works with Dak. And look, if Dak only got 4 more years here, then tie him, Schottenheimer, CeeDee Lamb, tie them all together. And if it don't work out, man, just rebuild after that and go get somebody else. Go find the new quarterback that's in there. ¿Qué pasa contigo, mi hermano? What the business is?
That's right, Voch representing all of Cowboys Nation, los de inglés y los de español.
Perfecto.
But I gotta disagree with Los. The Jones didn't wake up. They got shook the F up by the Eagles, by the Commanders. They're seeing, look, we've got to compete or else we're going to be behind them damn New York Giants.
Almost.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
They got shook up because we've seen how we do this multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give flowers to what a competitive front office should be doing 365. So congratulations, Jones. Let's get in here. And as you said, hey, now you've got money in the free agency there. Armand, Coop, let's see what you got. Let me see anybody that's going to help me close the gap. Because we've gotten closer to Washington, but then the Eagles are still the defending champ in our own freaking division.
Yeah.
And there's still work to do. Let's go out there and do it. So Cowboy Nation, today was a good day. But again, they didn't wake up. They got shook up, and let's hope they keep that fear of goddamn being last in the division, making these moves. Mi hermano, as you say, we're in Texas, baby.
Yeah.
I'm in the ranch land, so I'm going to let a couple go off in the air. You know what I mean? Congratulations. Yeah, let me get closer to the Kool-Aid, but I like these moves. I did not like the shoddy hiring process, but I've liked things since. So let's go, Cowboys. Say, hey, felicidades, Voch. Congratulations. You deserve everything you've got coming your way because that's the way you earn it. Mi hermanos, puro pinche Cowboys.
That lunatic, that's a fantastic call. I can't wait till you invite me to your ranch and we can shoot some cans, shoot some turkeys or something. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man.
You got it, brother.
Man, I love what he's saying. That's what a competitive front office does. That's what a competitive front office does. I gotta give him some kind of credit because I ain't think they was gonna be doing this for real. But yo, chat, we can't give him too much, man, because this how the game's supposed to be. This is what the Super Bowl winners will be doing. Hey, yo, chat, we doing good on time though. But keep it classy. We doing all right. Let's get John Q up in here. What up, John Q?
Man, what's up, Voch? How you doing, my man?
What's up, player? What you got for the show?
Hey, man. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you know. You could start by thanking me here, man. Because let me just break down what happened last night. All right?
Thank you.
So I had Jerry Jones over at my house, and we opened up a little bottle of Chianti. You know, we were sipping that thing, and he was talking about looking at Amari Cooper. I said, all right. So we watched highlights of that. We started looking at Nick Chubb, and he said, all right. I said, all right. We're looking at that. We started looking at George Pickens highlights. All right, we started looking at that, and he was happy. You know how Jerry gets, but you got to get a couple glasses in him, all right?
Yeah.
So then we put on John Q.
Yeah.
Movie. Yeah. One of my favorite movies with Denzel. You know how it goes.
For sure.
You can still hear me? My bad. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. But go ahead. We got you. You watching John Q. He was watching John Q.
Anyway, so then he said to me, did you see what that wife just said to Denzel?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, run it back. So we looked at it again, and he said, John, do something. And he looked at me, and I said, Jerry, we got to do something, man. He said, what can I do? I said, man, I don't care. Do something. Do something, man. Look what's going on. Do something. He goes, okay, you know what? What? And he left. I thought I pissed him off. He left.
Yeah.
He left. And I said, damn, dude, man, he was drinking. He got a little Uber X home, a little, he did his thing, man.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I wake up this morning to a text from him. He said, "Look what I did. Told you, bitch." And I said, "Oh shit."
I never let Jerry Jones talk to me like that. Yeah, go ahead.
He pulled the trigger, man. After a bottle of Chianti, man. I'm telling you, he pulled the trigger finally. But
he did well.
In all reality, man. In all reality, I am super happy that the Cowboys finally made a trade like this. Not 10 weeks into the season where we're like, damn, I wish we would have had this earlier. Not after training camp, not for 23 cents. Like, we actually got a dude who's got a different level to him, who's got a little bit of that dog in him instead of some Boy Scouts, which is, I think, going to be good.
Yeah.
Also, man, like, you're going to get a full training camp with him. You know Dak's going to bring him over to his house to start getting him some chemistry. You know that, hey, some of these long balls that we were watching Russ on these highlights have been way, way behind him, and George is pulling them down. Like, man, George is going to be happy to be playing 8-9 games in a dome in Texas, with accurate Dak instead of old-ass Russ or Justin Fields or something, man. So, anyways, man, I just I told you could thank me later, but, man, that's what I'm here for, man.
Appreciate you, player. Good call, man. Hey, man, keep your foot on Jerry, man. You know what I'm saying? We need a running back and a one tech and something else. You know what I mean? This is what we're going to do. Because my people at Bleach Report sending me links. They're getting ready for me. We're going to get some calls in, and we're going to read some supers. We're going to get some calls, and we're going to read some supers. Right now, we're going to get a call, though. Brandon from Houston. What up, sir?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? First of all, I just want to thank you for the film on Pickens. All my friends would hit me up and they said, "What do you think about this?" I said, "I already got you, player." Sent them the link, and now they're as hyped as I am.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, appreciate you. Send it to the dogs,
you called it correctly. Yeah, man, I had to send it to them. Sometimes you got to introduce the fam to the plug, you know what I'm saying? You can't hide the plug,
Yeah.
You got to put in work. And, but, yeah, you called it best, man. This is not a 2. We went and got a 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call it, and we made his life easier. We made CD's life easier. We made Dak Prescott's life easier with T-Book. We got some running backs running 4.3s. Like, this is a different Cowboys, but like, they got me believing now. Like, we got George Pickens for cheaper than Chase Claypool, but who are these Cowboys, right? Like, it's one thing to preach change, preach culture, preach all that stuff, but nah, man, we're bringing violence. We even get wide receivers that are violent. Right? Like, people mocking me say, "Oh, what about the penalties?" I was like, "Well, good thing he averages 16 yards per catch, right?"
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I can give up a 15 every now and then, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna be able to run the ball. We're gonna have them. Ferg, hey, go get a Mark if you want to. Hey, listen, go get a DT if you want to. If you really want to try to make a run, but I think this ends with Shoddy and his ideas and his culture. It looks like he's been planning this for a long time.
Yeah.
It looks like he didn't want to take a head coaching job, and he didn't want to disgrace that name. You know what I mean? And he's going to do good.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the show, Voch. And, hit a work call one time, because George Pickens about to.
Shit, appreciate
y'all in trouble. NFT is ours, man. NFT is ours, bro.
Yeah, my bad. There you go. Work call for George Pickens right there. Appreciate Brandon Music. Yeah, man. Brandon had them puppies in there. Them puppies was talking. And we're going to read a couple supers. Let's see. And we're going to get right back into the phone. Sajid dropped a deuce and says, "Gotta get Nick a black cotton shiesty for training camp." Oh, no, it's going to be too hot. Greg D dropped a deuce, and another one. That's like 8 altogether. 2, he was saying, "What's up?" One time he says, "Voch, just watch the Cowboys break. Gotta get the ski. I'm 33. I'm too old. Not gonna be able to do it." We haven't done a move like this since Roy Williams. That's what I was saying too. At least we ain't giving up first or 2 first. FRK 180 drop 5 and says, "Brian needs to wear a piece shiesty for the Doing All Right podcast." Nah, Brian is a fancy man. Not gonna be able to do it. Appreciate you. Aaron Stanley dropped a deuce, says, "I don't know why they don't do this every preseason, because we'll run out of picks or some shit." You know what I'm saying? But they doing it now, so that's all that matters. Angie says she dropped a dime and says, "Hey, Vachi, shouts out to you for being one of the hardest working cowboy content creators. The nation cherish you. Go." Listen. Listen. I appreciate all the kind words. And I've been seeing some. Let me just put me back on the screen. Let me just put me back up there. And I've been seeing the kind words from everybody. Look, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I just want to keep working hard. I just want to stay focused, and I want to continue to shine light on this thing of ours that we do, the Dallas Cowboys YouTube connection conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? And they know we go crazy over here. Just a couple word calls for that. They know we go crazy over here. We just testing the waters, just like with George Pickens. I'm the George Pickens for the Cowboys. You know, they gotta for the Cowboy media. They just gotta test the water a little bit and make sure the water warm over here. Water warm. Let's get into some calls though. See what y'all talking about. Then we're gonna get right back into some supers. Let's get Sam on the phone. What up, Sam?
Hey, what's up, Voch? How you doing, man?
What's good with you, player?
Another day in paradise, man. I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a minute, man. I cancel shows late, you know. It is what it is. I got 2 questions for you, man.
Yes.
I'm very excited about the Pickens trade. You know, I think that puts us back in. I think Super Bowl is in the cards possibly for us if the cards are played right. So I'm excited about that. I got a question though. We talked about wanting to throw the ball less and run the ball more. How many throws a game do you want from Dak Prescott now, considering who you got the wide receiver core? And my other question was, because we put a lot into the offensive line. We got Connor Riley, we picked up Clayton Adams, we picked up a lot. We invested a lot in the offensive line, trying to run the ball. How many times you want to throw the ball? And what are we going to do? What do you want us to do at middle linebacker and at safety?
Appreciate the call, Sam. I think 25 to 30 attempts is fine for Dak. I think you can have a large portion of your scheme be run and still throw the ball 25 times. So yeah, you can get Pickens, Lamb, and Ferguson involved. And look, just to keep it a buck with you, I ain't trying to be part of no games where we got to throw the ball 50 times anyway. If CD Lamb and George Pickens and Jake Ferguson are 1,300-yard receivers, Ferguson get 1,000 or something like that, man, that's too much passing. You know what I'm saying? You want to win the game with as balanced of an attack as you possibly can. And I take that every day. All day, every day. Yeah. Let's get Cowboy Mike on the phone. What up, Mike?
What's up with you, Voch, man?
It's good, player. What you got for the show?
Hey, man, first off, I got to give you some flowers, bro. You got it out the mud, man. Yeah. Me and my homeboy, we always talking about getting in those rooms. And you in the room now. So just on the finish, man.
Yeah.
That's
we on the
real
way.
talk.
We on the way, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. We on our way.
Hey, but man, I got one thing and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Well, actually 2. Man, Russ ain't cooking shit.
No, he not.
They talking about Pickens is wrecking a team, destroying teams or whatever it may be. Man, this guy can't get the ball, and even thrown in his radius, and his catch radius is huge.
Yeah.
What he's getting ready to walk into is accuracy, leadership.
Yeah.
Something he's never even been a part of. Man, you put a kid with his friend CD. You put him in this atmosphere, man, that Shotty has created, which I'm very excited about because I see some chicken blood in Shotty, man. He's a fighter. He been overlooked for so long. I just think, man, we in for a special season. I'm excited on paper.
Yeah.
And Cowboys, man, y'all stand up when y'all go to work tomorrow. We can puff our chest out now.
For sure.
I'm out, man. Love y'all, bro.
Good call, Cowboy, man. And look, I agree. This is something to be boisterous about. This is something to get on their ass about. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm just a little more positive than the rest of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like the only people that's negative think about next football season. Think about this season. Think about this training camp. Take this thing year by year. Because I tell you what, if you win the Super Bowl, you don't give a damn what happened with none of them contracts. You win the Super Bowl, you don't care who don't come back. George Pickens can go. Appreciate it. I don't give a damn about that third neither. You win a bowl? Psh, please. Nova guy, that bomb. He tried to 5 and says, "Can we talk about the Commanders almost getting swept by Cooper Rush?" That's why I don't take them people serious. That's why they are still the Washington football Wizards to me. That's why they are still the Washington football Wizards to me. Because they can't whoop Cooper Rush. Greg D dropped a 5 and says, look, Voch, I want to see the rest of the pod with a shiesty on, gang. Nah, I'm an old man. Appreciate you. B Dizzle is the 40. Dropped the deuce and says, Jerry mentioned not one but 2 significant trades. I think it's more on the way. I think somebody lined the chain. Nova came back and dropped 5 and says, I think we still sign Cooper as a number 2 receiver. Oh, look at look at us. We have a wide receiver 1 and a 1B. We still need a wide receiver 2. I like how you think, dog. I like how you think. Miguel Dominguez dropped the 5. Miguel Dominguez dropped the 5 and says, does adding Gilly and Cooper make sense? Is it possible? I don't see why it don't make sense. I don't see why it ain't possible. Bring their ass on. Get a brand new big 3 up here. Amari Cooper as your third option is crazy. Crazy. Adam Harvey dropped the deuce, says, you damn right we need to sign Cooper. You damn right, son. Mustang dropped the 5 and says, we're gonna pay George Pickens' mama to follow him in the meetings. I don't think she can stop that. Oh, to the sideline like a kid in school when her mom had to sit in class with him. Whatever it takes, sir. Whatever it takes. Cowboys and Coffee dropped 2 50s, which is 100. Now, Cowboys and Coffee, if you ain't mean to drop this 50 twice, coordinate with me and I can Cashapp you back one of your 50s, bro. Because if you having a baby, you need all this. If you having a baby, you need as much as you can. Cowboy Coffee, let me know if you did this on purpose or not. Voch, my wife is pregnant with twins. You definitely need. Shit. Voch, my wife is pregnant with twins, and she told me the other day if we keep watching so many Voch videos, the kids are gonna come out recognizing your voice more than mine. Oh no! I told her we don't miss shows, so be it. First one didn't go through. First one went through, man. So yeah, Cowboys. Let me hop in the chat, man. Make sure you meant to do that, and if not, we can coordinate, and I'll send you 50 back. Let me know. Let me get Big A on the phone. Let me hop in the chat real quick. Big A, what up?
Hey, Voch, how you doing, bro?
Man, what's good with your big dog? Just trying to do some work.
I see you out here. I just want to say, I'm sitting on the phone listening, waiting for my turn, and basically, I want to say I'm just happy to hear Cowboy Nation's happy for once. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I've heard the fan base this excited.
Yeah, I agree. Because we're used to celebrating big drafts.
Your mama showed up.
Wait, that's the wrong button. No,
you bring American money.
There you go. We're used to celebrating big drafts, but we're not used to big off-season moves and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboy fans should be happy. They're adding another element to their roster building for sure.
Exactly. And so, I'm like I said, I'm not going, for once in my life, I'm not going to think too far down the road on this shit and this franchise. I'm just going to enjoy this season for what it is. Looking forward to training camp. That man gonna get to fight. We're gonna have some Des Bryant like fights in training camp. So I'm looking forward to that.
Hey man, that's what we've been needing though. Appreciate you, Big A. I wish it would be some damn fights up here. Is you crazy? Big A. Not Big A. He was just on the phone. Shit. Cowboys and Coffee. Peep this out. You said you're gonna let me keep it. All right, cool. I'll keep it. But to the sound of my voice, if your wife and your babies can hear me, when she puts together a registry, because I know y'all gonna have one, and I know you ain't gonna put it together, but when she put together the registry, if it's done through Amazon or something, send me the link to the registry, and I'm gonna just cop some things off the registry. We'll just do it like that. If you say it's cool, I'm gonna hold on. Cool, appreciate you. But email me the link to the registry and we're going to hold it down. Appreciate you, bro. Buy them babies some socks or something, you know what I'm saying? Something cool for the babies. Whatever's in there, whatever in the registry, we're going to hold it down. Not everything. I ain't that rich, but we gonna cop a lot up in there. What up, Nick?
Watch, what's going on, man?
What's
Pretty
good
good timing. This is Cowboys and Coffee in chat. So, yeah, bro. Yeah, appreciate that. Don't worry about the duplicate.
That's you. That's you. You Cowboys got. Okay,
Yes, sir,
well. Since I can hear you, Nick, thank you so much, man, for the contribution. And like I said, just send me that email and we'll get it done. Congrats on you and the twins. We gonna pray that everything goes well and health is cool and all that, Nick. So appreciate you, sir.
I appreciate you, my man. But yeah, I mean, I'm just comparing it to Netflix, right? You pay $10 a month for that. You give us way more content over here. So happy to share the love.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, man, been listening for 5 years. Haven't called in for 2 since the Tampa playoff game. Wanted to call in to talk about George Pickens and the trade. Obviously love that. He's a super talented player. Yeah. But the secondary reason as to why I really like that trade is it shows the Cowboys are getting back to what has made them a relatively successful team builder over the past 5 or so years.
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the back-to-back 12-5 seasons, what really propelled them to that relative success was relying on the internal drafting from Will McClay and company, right? Getting in really good players, but also supplementing that and supplementing the holes with quality free agents and trades, right? Like the Dante Fowlers, Brandon Cooks, Stephon Gilmore. So I was pumped to see it. I think Pickens is a great player. I know you're on a time crunch, so I will go ahead and hop off, man. But, hey, just wanted to say congrats on all the success, and I wish nothing but the best for you, man.
Hey, bro, appreciate you, man. Likewise. And look, this is something that'll push the Cowboys over the edge. You know, like I said with the previous callers, the Cowboys typically don't touch on big trades. Like they'll trade to get Brandon Cooks. It was like a 5th and a 6th or something to get Cooks. And I believe it was another day 3 pick, like a 6th-round pick to go get Stephon Gilmore. But you don't see a whole bunch of the Cowboys going to get dudes. Not since Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was the last dude you went and got on a rookie contract, by the way. Was the last dude. So hell, it was the first for Cooper. A 3rd and a 27, 5 and 7. Can't beat that, man. Can't beat that with a stick. 25. White, what up?
What's going on, Mr. Lombardi?
What's good with you, player? What you got for the show, man?
Man, I know you've been hearing this all day, but I'm proud of you. I've been watching you. Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. That mean the world to me, dog. We just working. You know how it go.
All right, couple things. I think this trade better than the Amari Cooper trade because I just think he's more of a dog than Coop was. And I know Coop was a dog. He's a route running technician, but George just a dog, man. You ain't got to worry about him calling out of games and all that. And I got one question for you. Do you think the glaring weakness now is DT or corner? I think I'd take a corner over DT right now.
You know what? Kelvin Joseph said cornerback just like that. He says corner. But look, but look, man. I tell you what, man. When you didn't have a wide receiver too, a lot of this shit sounded dire, like an emergency. Boy, you get
right.
You get Pickens. You go, hey man, look, we can win with Mozzie right now, can't we? But nah, you ain't wrong. I would still like to bring in a veteran body to give Mozzie one more year, right, to give Jay Toia, to make sure we're not just leaning on him too much.
Right.
And we got a lot of corners, but all their knees hurt. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I kind of feel like Mozzie came on towards the end, man. I feel like Mozzie got a lot to still show, but I feel like he's going in the right direction.
Mozzie was beating the hell out the Giants, but I don't want to look at Mozzie like, because look, we don't look at Jalen Tolbert like that. Jalen Tolbert led the league in touchdowns, and we still want better than him.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mozzie cool. Mozzie had a good game versus the Giants, but shit, man. Give me that Dexter Lawrence shit he be doing, or that give me some Jalen Carter.
Right.
One of them cats. That's how that's where I'm at with that. Right. Yeah, one of them. And shit, you say corner ones, and look, running back, man. Give me a veteran running back. And look, this is a good thing about Chubb. At least you got, and I don't think it's gonna be Chubb, but at least you got running backs that you feel like can play right now. So you can roll the dice on somebody a little older. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when Zeke was on the team and Zeke was all the Cowboys had in mind, the minute that Zeke was terrible, we was terrible.
Right.
The backup plan was Rico Dowdle, which was a good backup plan. The Cowboys just didn't utilize it, but that's all that is. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
I think
Please,
with the running back,
go
we
ahead.
can kind of plug Blue in quicker than another position. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I like Blue. I think Blue gonna be a starter probably by week 6, week 7. If we don't get another running back, but
I agree.
I'll take a corner, man. I want another variable corner just because I don't know how Trey gonna come back or if he gonna come back. You know what I'm saying?
Trey hurt, Revel hurt, and Josh Butler coming off injury. So one of them boys gonna heal up the fastest. Appreciate you, White.
All right, bud.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have a race to heal. Let's see, it's 5:30. We got 10 more minutes. Might have to play a little bit of clock game. To get this thing right. I don't know. We'll see. Stop. I ain't mean to hit that damn button. That is how I feel. That is how I feel when y'all be late like this, but it's cool. All right. Adam Harvey, back on Supers. Adam Harvey dropped a deuce and says, we'll be able to re-sign Pickens for how much? If CD made 30, bro made one like what, 22, 23? Somebody look up how much Jamar Chase made and then look up how much T. Higgins made. It's probably gonna have to look like that. Show enough dropped the 5 and says, preach it, Pastor Voch, man. You know what time it is. Shaq the Vikings fan says, I hear John Morant on trade block too. Let's go get him. Make his ass jump over somebody. Make him a tight end. Appreciate you. Banks dropped the 5 and says, if we bring in Coop, it could possibly mean somebody out even if we carry 6 receivers. Who you think it'll be? Man, is you crazy? Flournoy, Jalen Brooks, they can rock, paper, scissors. It don't matter. Get the ass up out there. You kidding me? Raider Pace dropped 5 and says, what about who about to check George if he acting funny? Dak, Irvin, CD, Micah, that whole list of people right there. Them the ones. Vacha heard Jair Alexander might be available June 1st. Jair was in that list. If y'all don't miss shows, Jair was in that list of corners that was on the trade block episode. So yeah, Jair might be a post June 1 cut. I think the Cowboys was I don't know if I can say that. But yeah, I think somebody would have traded for Jair, but maybe nobody did. Rob CT dropped 5 and says, add a few more players on defense so we can match the energy. Turpin gonna eat. Dak stats will look great. Bring in Samuel for Asante Samuel to come play nickel. I don't know why he on the market still. It must be something deeper with him, but G Dub dropped the 5 and said, this proves the Cowboys punted on last year to not pay Mike McCarthy and not pay Mike McCarthy to not coach after being fired. They actually trying this year. Well, I don't know if it's as Illuminati as you made it sound, but there does seem to be more urgency here. So I don't know. My auntie April, I ain't seen her in months, but she back. She know where home at. April says she dropped a dub. It says, see what happens when Voch graces the star? We bike. Hey, we are. Let me tell you something. YouTube gonna always be the house. Can't nobody give me a full-time position nowhere. I'm always, come back to YouTube and bless these different platforms or whatever. But hard work don't stop. It should be a fun year. Appreciate y'all being a part of it. They gonna pay me to make .com great again. I'm gonna dip out of there. Coyote dropped the deuce and says, thanks for the jersey 2 years ago. Appreciate you. We just not talk about this? Damn. Mark the Mariner dropped the 5 and says the Shoddy administration going harder than the Trump administration this offseason. Give them flowers. Yo, look, Shoddy getting that shit done quick, ain't it? His first 100 days happening quick, ain't it? Dog, Shoddy ain't even ain't coached a game yet. That's real. And him dropped the 5 and says, I hate that it took Philly winning for our front office to move like this, but it's better late than never. You ain't wrong, him. You ain't wrong, him. All right. We got a couple more minutes, man. So let me see. We gonna try the first call and see how the first call act. We got 6 of y'all. Y'all hear the sound of my voice. You listen to the sound of my voice, the 6 of y'all that's on the phone right now. I got to be out here at 3:40. The supers are done. They're accounted for. Get in and get on out, all right? And I'm only talking to y'all like this because y'all ain't platinum yet. We don't know you, so you know what I'm saying? But I do want to take your call. Come on in. I'm doing all right. I hope y'all doing all right too. Come on in, make your point, and we're going to get out of here and go to, somebody just hung up. Somebody just got the hell out of here. Somebody said, hey, man, you ain't finna limit me. You ain't finna limit me to no damn. All right. Let's see what y'all got, man. Let's see if we can hold it down real quick. 214, what's up? Who this?
What up, Voch? This is Hoodie Kush 81. I'll be everywhere. I'm pretty sure you see my name floating around.
Hoodie Crush, what's good with your player? What you got for the show?
I can't call it, man. I just want to touch on one thing and one thing only. When are we going to blame Mike McCarthy for the lack of a run game last year and the lack of wide receiver play and the lack thereof a good football team last year? I heard everybody talking about, oh, well, Mingo ain't him and this and that and this, but yet we had Cooper Rush dirting balls on the young man. So now that we got George Pickens and our number one, QB1, Dak VP or MV Prescott, I want to see how this thing goes. I'm not here to hate on nobody. I'm not here to cast disparagement on anybody. I just want everybody to temper their expectations. But I do want to say one thing to you, Vachi.
Yes, sir.
I watched the break today, and I love your work. But Nick was on one. Okay? Nick was on one. And I'm glad you called him out.
I got to do what I got to do,
man. That's
man.
my time, man.
Yeah.
That's my time, bro. I appreciate you. You heard? Keep up the good work, Vachi.
Hoodie Crush 81. Next time you call in, I know it's you, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Look, .com got to get used to that. I don't just move on. I don't just move on from some shit. If y'all have a blunder, we got to talk about it. If y'all enjoying the show, can y'all hit the like, please? I ain't doing nothing else. I appreciate y'all. If I've earned it and it's been a fantastic show, hit the sub, man. We just trying to get the hunt done. I just want my little plaque so I can send my mama a picture and tell her, Mama, look what the hell done happened, boy. They done sent your boy a plaque. I just want to show it to my mom and my grandma. That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing it. Only if I'm entertaining, only if it's a good show, only if you're getting some value out of this, please. 725, what's up? Who this?
Voch, what's up, buddy? This is Michael Velli from Sin City. How you doing today?
What's good with your player? What you got for the show?
I just want to say this is the first time I talked to you since you became a big timer, and I do miss you with Skywalker Clown and Collar. So you might have to go back and do that. But I just wanted to say I'm so happy about this Pickens trade. I'm so excited for what it does for other players. Those 4 plays you give to Turpin now can actually mean something. And I just wanted to ask you, how is he as a blocker? And I'll get off your phone.
He's not outstanding as a blocker, so he can be outstanding as a blocker. He has the ability to be outstanding as a blocker, but he's gonna be sold on tracking the football, catching it deep, and whooping ass physically. I think he has the tools to, but he can be a Hines Ward type blocker if y'all old enough to know what that means. You know what I'm saying? But who knows what a new environment will do. 804, what up? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Alpha Guy, man, a.k.a. Tony Two Phones, bro.
What's good with your player? Man. What's good with your player?
Oh, not much, man. I just want to go ahead and address the big elephant in the room. You know, we got the young YNs on the team, man. We need to change the name up. The young YCs with them 2 gunners or the young catchers out there, you know what I mean? We'll call them the young catchers.
The YCs.
I still feel like, yeah, YCs out there. But I feel like we would have went after a running back. Right now, we'd be talking Super Bowl. But I just don't feel like we got the backfield for it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Teams win the Super Bowl with a weird backfield all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think as long as the run scheme and the pass catchers, your quarterback and your defense cool, I think you'll be all right.
10-4, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you,
Keep
bro.
doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Salute. That is fair. I mean, we would all like to be a little better everywhere, but I think running back's cool. Yo, chat, we might actually make it. 2 more calls quickly. Let's run them. 808, what up? Who this?
What's up, Bachi?
What's that? What's that with you?
How we doing? Hey, Bachi. My name's Connor. I'm originally from Hawaii, but I'm living in D.C. now. Love the work you do. You inspire me every day. Just want to try and grind like you and be successful like you. I'm going to keep it as short as possible, as sweet as possible. My first time calling. But I want to talk about coaching with you real quick, right?
Hey, please.
Because a lot of the stuff that's been in the news recently about George Pickens is his attitude.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a coach myself. I coach water polo, violent sport. It's different from football, right? But very aggressive, lots of contact. You got to be a dog. You got to be an animal. I used to see the fire in your eyes. Yeah. And the coach's responsibility, in my opinion, from a head coach position, is you got 2 departments. You got culture and you got scheme and tactics, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm in a little bit of a predicament right here because I want to buy into what the Cowboys are doing right now. Yeah. And I'm a reel it back real quick to talk about our old head coach, terrorist Big Back Mike. Now, he liked to say, or people like to say the reason why they kept him around was for his culture building, right?
Yeah.
But if you ask me, right, when CeeDee Lamb is injured on the field with a shoulder injury in the middle of the game, you as a coach got to pull him out. That's your best receiver. We cannot afford to lose him. I like that CeeDee wants to stay on the field. I like that because I need a dog. I'd rather reel someone in than force you to come out of your shell to be an aggressive playmaker on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if our tactics, when it comes to Big Mac Mike, right, if our tactics were just running upfield and, turning around, then you are failing in both departments. So what were you here for? So now we move on to Shoddy, right?
Yep.
Shoddy, I truly believe that he has the soft skills and the ability to establish a winning culture. I trust him. I hear how he talks. He's intelligent. The locker room likes him. I think the locker room liked Big Mac Mike because he made them feel comfortable and loved. You're not supposed to make your players feel comfortable. They need to respect you, and they need to respect the culture. But comfort isn't a winning culture, right?
Yep.
Now, my thing is that I don't know if I'm comfortable yet buying in right now because I get to see what's going to happen with the scheme. I trust Shoddy in the culture. I'm nervous about the scheme. Well, only time will tell. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, that's my predicament. I ain't going to say anything until I see it on the field. But thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate all the work you do. Thank you for listening to me. And good luck tonight.
Connor from Hawaii, from D.C. Appreciate you, sir. Keep grinding, and whatever your dream is, you will definitely get to it, brother. Salute to you.
Thank you, Voch, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir. My man say water polo is violent. I believe him. We got a couple more supers came in. We gonna read them too. Bleacher Report gonna have to wait. You hear me? South Philly Shell drop 5 and says South Philly Shell says everybody thinking negative, but I think the team can be a positive influence on George. In Shoddy, I trust. Indeed. Plus I think winning fix all this. Like winning and catching passes beats all this shit. And Sadiqa, my other auntie, dropped 30. And Sadiqa says, Vachi, our next trade we will inquire might be Breece Hall. How would you feel about it? How would you feel if that takes place? And thank you for everything you're doing. Keep up the great work. Thank you, auntie. I appreciate you very much. I don't be believing Jane when, you know what I'm saying. Jane be saying stuff and I think they be, I don't know. I think somebody be lying to get some of that news out of here. I think they working on something still. I think they definitely. Bam. I think they working on something still. We just gotta wait it out. And whatever it is, we'll see when we get there. Last call for the day. Let's get through it quickly. Y'all did fantastic. Yo, chat, let me just hold on, man. My callers did so great, man. Look, I gave my callers a task. I gave my callers a task and we accomplished it, man. Shots out to them. Last one. Let's keep that trend. We gotta get up out of here. 910. What up? Who this?
Hey, Voch, this Too Cool.
Too Cool. What's good with your player?
Hey, so I'm going to go real fast, but I'm going to run a stat line for you real quick. First 6 games, this team threw for 157 yards or less in the first 6 games. Yeah. Out of 18 games, 11 of the games was for passing yards of 220 or less. Out of 18 games, this team only rushed for only rushed for 100 yards 3 times. And out of the three times, they only rushed for 114 or less, right? So everybody that's talking shit about Pickens, I would be mad too if I played for the Steelers with a stat line like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Only thing I gotta say, Voch, this next statue move is a tight end. I hope it's Pitts.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you, Voch.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you too, cool. I just put you down platinum. Next time you call in, I know it's you.
Getting light zone.
Is this a premiere or is this a screen?
And you saw Patrick Surtain go, damn.
All right,
damn, man, he got me.
I'm going to raid my people.
Talking about,
hey, I'm going to raid my people.
Is immense. This is one
JR says, what's good? Got to spin the block on the break. But who do you have at wide receiver 3? Do we still go get Gilly? Hell yeah, to everything.
You want to talk to me about maturity? I'm all ears. You want to talk about the talent? And
let's go raid real quick. Let's go raid Will Steele, Skywalker Steele. Skywalker Steele, Foster King, and Zach.
I'm serious because people have made this about being right, and it's not. I just want the team to be good. And I think the Cowboys made a point to make this team good. He's a ball winner.
Let's raid him.
Like, I don't want to get, because Sky just killed that soapbox, but I got to get, he's a ball winner. We made a point to come in love with looking at stats. Look, we go to PFF. Is he green here?
I got Foot's link too. Raid Foot's link too.
No, go watch the game.
I got Foot's
Go
link
watch
too.
the game. He has run after the catch. I was watching the Commanders game last year, and I'm watching people. If you watch ball, see, I can tell who doesn't actually watch the NFL, and it's real. I'm watching Russell Wilson throw. All he does is throw air balls. He won't throw the middle of the field. That's another thing that's like a major issue with Wilson's game versus Dak. Kills the middle of the field. So we're gonna get to the offense and what it'll look like. We think early on, Sky and Zach. I want to talk about that, but my thing is, if you watch how he was just able to, he ran right past both their corners, Igbenogany, and then Igbenogany and what's the young kid, Sanders still.
You ain't say the first kid name right.
End zone, and then Russell missed him on a few plays. We have to really look at how he wins. He's the perfect offset for CeeDee Lamb. Go ahead, Zach.
I was going to mention too,
the
separation numbers don't look great. Or if you watch the TV,
but I gotta go. But the Voch rate
look like he's open because the quarterback.
All right, I gotta leave. Yo, chat. I love y'all to pieces. I gotta run over the Bleacher Report. Hey, look, don't worry about me at Bleacher Report because I'm gonna just steal it and put it on YouTube anyway. Go and watch Skywalker Steele and Foots and Zach. But Skywalker Steele on his own right now. So if y'all gonna put the views somewhere, put it on Sky Show. Foots be all right. Put it on Sky Show.
Play.
Okay. Yeah. But shit, go watch both of their shows. All right. I love y'all to pieces, man. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Wars, the Peace Squeeze, man. Till next time. Peace.